Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Daily Motion. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Saturday, January 31st, 2015, around 6:08 p.m. Some scattered snow showers around the area. Should be dumping a quick coating to an inch or so. And going to be very windy today, so bundle up. And Sunday's going to be sunny, but more snow on Monday. They're talking about a foot or more, and there's no way to where to put it, and it's not right, but we have to deal with it. When we get in these snowy patterns in New England, it seems like it never ends. It's usually some of these cycles 6 to as much as 8 weeks, but it's not good because kids miss school, people miss work. It causes a lot of money to be lost for people. Some news to report: the Houston Rockets beat the Boston Celtics by a score of 93-87. The Atlanta Hawks have won 18 games in a row, and the Merrimack Warriors beat the UMass Lowell Riverhawks by the score of 2-1 last night, and these two teams face off against each other tonight at the Songas Arena. And that's about it on that. My first subject of the day is a continuation series of the top 10 everything and anything. Every top 10 venues that should host a future WrestleMania pay-per-view. WrestleMania is the biggest pay-per-view the WWE puts on every single year. They, for the past 10 years, they're tending now to put the biggest pay-per-view in the year in stadiums. They're treating it like a Super Bowl and stuff like that. And so many stadiums and areas are interested in hosting a WrestleMania. And here are the top 10 place venues that should host a future WrestleMania. Number 10 on the list is Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. That would be a perfect site to hold a WrestleMania. Tampa used to be the home of championship wrestling from Florida, and WrestleMania has been in Florida twice before. In 24 at the Citrus Bowl in Orlando, and 32 at Sun Life Stadium in Miami. And it would be a perfect place for WrestleMania. Number 9 on the list is FedEx Field in Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. was kind of the base of the original WWF when Vince McMahon Sr. took it up, started it up. And that would be a great place to have it, FedEx Field in Washington. Number 8 on the list is to host a future WrestleMania venue, to host a future WrestleMania. Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is Ric Flair country. Perfect place to hold a future WrestleMania. Number 7 on the list, to a venue that should host a future WrestleMania. Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. This will see over 100,000 people. Perfect site to have a future WrestleMania, but I don't know if they're going to have it or not. Number 6 on the list of the top 10 places that should host a future WrestleMania. Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. This would be very perfect to have WrestleMania come to the Notre Dame Stadium. WrestleMania was held at in Indiana at WrestleMania 8. Would be perfect. Number 5 on the list of venues that should host a future WrestleMania. The Big House, Michigan Stadium in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Ann Arbor, Michigan hosted the Winter Classic in 2014 NHL. They got over 100,000 people. There's rumors going around that WrestleMania 33 might be held at the Big House in Ann Arbor, Michigan. We'll wait to see on that. Number 4 on the list of the top 10 places that should host a future WrestleMania. Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Perfect area to host it. WrestleMania was held in Philly at WrestleMania 15 at the Wachovia Center. And Philadelphia used to be the home of ECW. Perfect place to host it. Number 3 on the list of the top 10 places that should host a future WrestleMania. Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. would be good to have WrestleMania in the Midwest. And there's talk they might have it at like St. Louis at the Edward James Stadium, but the Rams might be moving, and the Chiefs, the NFL team that's staying, and I think WWE would want to have a WrestleMania at a venue with an NFL team that's going to stay put, and the Chiefs are going to stay put. I think Arrowhead Stadium would be a perfect place for a WrestleMania. Number 2 on the list of top 10 places that should host a future WrestleMania, Wembley Stadium in London, England. It would be perfect because because they had a pay-per-view at SummerSlam 1992 WWE, but that was tape delayed, and this was before the internet and stuff like that. But logically, it's a little bit impossible. You probably would have to start the WrestleMania pay-per-view at 1 in the afternoon in the United States, because it's a 6-hour time difference. But it could be done. It would be awesome if WrestleMania was overseas at Wembley Stadium. And number 1, the number 1 venue that should host a future WrestleMania, Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts, home of the Boston Red Sox. Since John Henry's became owner of the Red Sox in 2002, he's been having more events at Fenway Park, like the Winter Classic and concerts and other stuff. WrestleMania would be a perfect fit for Fenway Park. It would be outstanding if you could have WrestleMania at Fenway Park, and maybe you could have WrestleMania 34, 35. That would be awesome. And that's about it on that. Be back later. Facebook friends and YouTube followers and Daily Motion and Twitter with 2 more video blogs. One will be about the East Coast Hockey League, or the ECHL, and the third and final video blog of the night will be about the first African American Major League Baseball player, Jackie Robinson. See you later, Facebook, YouTube, Daily Motion, Twitter. Bye for now.